What's up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko News. This edition of Funko News was recorded on November 9th, 2025. By now, some of you may have seen this article that is being shared by people on social media. The headline here says, Funko Pop maker admits it might not survive another year as sales crash. Now, if you really have been paying attention to what's going on recently in America, this should not be a surprise. There's been a lot of issues recently in terms of tariffs, in terms of supply chains, in terms of other countries that just don't really want to deal with America right now. And I'm not going to get into all the reasons why. I think we know some of those reasons. But yeah, a lot of companies are going through it right now. And layoffs are at a major high right now in America. And that is unfortunate to see. A lot of companies are just going through it right now. When you have people that are standing in food lines to try to get by, of course, collectibles are not going to be at the forefront of their minds. So yeah, Funko is going through it right now. And I know they've been trying to cut back some with the figures that they create and the number of figures that they create. You see a lot of limited piece counts now, like the 9,500 piece figures have become a lot more common. The issue with that, though, is that Funko is a publicly traded company. So you have stockholders that are going to want to see the profits constantly grow. And Funko just can't do that right now. So they're hoping to find a buyer that will keep the company going. So we'll see how that pans out. I do want to say this, though, that I've been seeing this ever since I started collecting Funko Pops. And it's been about 10 years now that some people really obsess over the downfall of the company, like they're hoping that Funko will fall apart. And I don't understand that. We're talking about not just a company that makes collectibles, but we're talking about people's jobs, their livelihoods. This is not something to dance around and celebrate about and cheer on in comment sections. We're talking about people's livelihoods. So I hope people would be sensitive to that and not really prey on the downfall of Funko. I don't think Funko is like some big negative company. There are some companies that don't do things the right way. And, we've seen some companies like that pay for it, but I just don't feel like Funko is in that boat to where people should be cheering on the downfall. Like I said, I just don't understand that obsession, but please keep these people in mind, not just Funko employees, but employees across America that are going through it right now because companies are going through it right now in America. If there are any updates regarding this story here, though, of course, I will share that information in the future. Now, getting into the actual news in terms of releases and sales and all those types of things, I do want to point out that the Black Friday sale on Funko.com is already going on. If you are a fan rewards member, make sure that you do log in so you can actually see those sales that are on offer right now. And then as far as Funko HQ and Funko Hollywood are concerned, now customers that shop in store, if you're a fan rewards member, you actually can earn points with your purchases in store. I'm actually kind of surprised they weren't doing that already, but it's good at least now that they are doing that. And then do keep in mind that those Hello Kitty exclusives for Funko HQ and Funko Hollywood, they are available at those locations right now. On Monday, November 10th, we will see drops for the exclusive pink figure here in the new Wimby figure as well. You also see here the GameStop exclusive Arkham Batman is available on Funko.com in case you did not get that with GameStop directly and you're interested in it. Now, something else they're doing with Funko.com, they've done this previously, are these add-ons where you can add on a $5 Funko product or a $10 Loungefly item. They are mystery items, but these are add-ons you can do if you decide to make a purchase with Funko.com. I've actually made these purchases in the past just to get some extra gifts, basically to give away during this time of year. And I ended up with some cool items with a $10 Loungefly add-on. You actually could end up with a mini backpack, and that is pretty cool. So do consider that if you are shopping with Funko.com over the next couple of weeks. Some figures that are available right now on Funko.com do include Glinda in Wedding Gown from Wicked, Sheep with the Eye from Alien Earth. I kind of like that one. I'm not sure if I'm going to go for it yet or not, though. The winter outfit, Hello Kitty, the reindeer Gudetama. I am a Gudetama fan. I do like the look of that figure, but I'm probably not going to add that one to my collection. We also have here Naruto with water balloon that is available right now. Focusing on limited edition pops for the month of November, Homer on scale, which is 5,000 pieces, already became available as of November 7th, and it did sell out pretty much immediately. Now, the glow-in-the-dark Mad Hatter is going to be available as of November 14th. That's only 5,000 pieces as well. That's going to be another quick sellout. I might actually go for that one myself. I do like the look of that figure there. And then we have here Krang and Bubble Walker from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, only 3,500 pieces. That will be available as of November 21st. That's another one that I might have to go for. I actually had the toy of that when I was a kid. So I'm very nostalgic about that particular figure there of Krang. So yeah, I might have to go for that one. If I miss it, no big deal. But yeah, that one is definitely going to go quickly as well. And then I do want to point out that with the Pop Yourself, there are MLB options that you can make use of right now. And speaking of Major League Baseball, the LA Dodgers World Series 5-pack is available to pre-order right now with Funko.com, but also on Fanatics.com. Now, the Kazumi's figures here in the Fun Squad Premium blind boxes, those are actually available right now on Funko.com, but other retailers do have them as well in case you're interested in picking those up. I think they retail for around $16 if I'm not mistaken. Kind of hefty price there for blind boxes, but again, if you're interested in those, you can get pre-orders in. These new Wicked products that you see here are available on Funko.com. That does include the mini backpacks there. They're also available directly with Loungefly. Now, you may see these with some other retailers, but I know with Entertainment Earth, a lot of these items actually already pre-sold out. But Entertainment Earth does have these exclusive mini backpacks. The Grinch ones will ship out in December, and then the Beauty and the Beast sketch mini backpack will actually ship out this month. Now, coming to Funko.com, here are two more exclusives that are on the way. We have here the Naruto Lava Release Rasen Shuriken figure and also Padme Amidala in Lake Dress. No specific dates for these, but they are going to be Funko.com exclusives. The limited edition Angel Imperious, that's another figure that did become available and that did actually sell out. Now, the Joshua Vidas Project Fred figure, I thought it had sold out, but I just happened to check Complex's website and it showed as being available, but in short supply. It does have a Chase variant, the blue figure there. So like I said, it's still available at least at the time of this recording if you are interested in that figure. Focusing now on Target, the Target exclusives Oroku figure and the Lilith figure that you see here from One Piece, those are actually available to pre-order right now. The next Funko Friday Target exclusive will be the 10-inch Ninetales, the Pokemon figure, so that will be as of November 14th. Now, you also see here with Hot Topic that they have a new Art the Clown that's coming soon. So be on the lookout for that figure. I don't think it's available just yet, but it should be available soon. But they do have some other recent exclusives that you can go ahead and get your hands on. Check for them in stores. Also check the website for availability. Jack Pepper from Mouse P.I. for Hire is available for pre-order with various retailers. That is a common figure. The GameStop exclusive Naked Snake Big Boss figure is available for pre-order, and that has a January 5th release date. The Box Lunch exclusive Flocked patch is starting to arrive in stores. I don't think it's on their website though, at least it wasn't the last time that I checked, but you may actually see it in stores. Now, the Chalice Collectibles exclusive Michelangelo is currently out of stock. It's 9,500 pieces. I believe I shared this in a community post, but if you didn't catch up to that figure, I really don't know if there's going to be a restock or not. If I happen to see a restock, I will try to share that with a community post. The Stranger Things options are now available with Pop Yourself. There is a Hot Topic exclusive Dustin that is coming soon. It's not available just yet, but it is on the way. The Target exclusive Bullseye dressed as Eddie Munson is currently pre-sold out online, but don't stress over that. This figure does have a November 28th release date, so you may catch up to that in stores, and who knows, maybe it will show up on the website again. The Amazon exclusive Le Quack from Courage the Cowardly Dog is available for pre-order. That has an early January release date. The Regal Theaters exclusive Popcorn Bucket and Drink Cup, they actually sold out online. So I don't know if they're going to get a restock or not, but who knows, maybe you will actually see those if you actually go to a Regal Theater. These Wicked Minis that you see here are coming soon to Five Below. There are Wednesday mystery minis that are available for right now for pre-order with various retailers. And then there are some more pop ornaments that are starting to show up in Walmart locations. The tour debut 1992 Tiger Woods and the Bitty Pops, the NBA Bitty Pops here, are available for pre-order with various retailers. The Funko.com exclusive Max Verstappen is coming soon. That's him rocking the helmet there. The 5,000 piece Fugitive Toys exclusive Christian McCaffrey was available at the Santa Clara Convention Center on November 8th, so you might see that one floating around on the second market. These 90210 figures of Brandon, Brenda, and Kelly are available for pre-order right now with various retailers, so these are all common figures. Then we have these Charmed figures here that are commons as well that you can pre-order with various retailers. That's Phoebe, Piper, and Prue. Now the Beltazor with Chase figure, that is actually a Funko.com exclusive, and they do have it listed currently. You can go ahead and get your order in for that figure. Next up here, we have these Winnie the Pooh figures. So we have the sleeping Winnie the Pooh, we have Pooh with balloon, and then we also have a Nook here as well, which does feature Winnie the Pooh in the honey tree. These are all common items. You can pre-order them right now with various retailers. Now coming back around to Rooster Fighter, I did cover these figures previously. Of course, we have two common figures here, but then we do have this Funko.com exclusive Kaiji figure, and these are all actually available for pre-order right now. That does include the Funko.com exclusive. With One Piece, we do have this Sabo figure here, this new Shanks. We also have this really awesome looking 10-inch figure there of St. J. Garcia Saturn. That is a really cool looking figure. That might be like a front runner for Pop of the Year just in terms of design. But these are all common figures that you can go ahead and pre-order right now. Also focusing on One Piece, we do have the Zoro Wanted poster that is available on Funko.com right now. And then we do have this Chalice Collectibles exclusive Monkey D. Garp with a glow-in-the-dark chase that is available right now. Next up here, we have these elements, and I actually forgot that these were on the way, so I think I shared these in a rumor mill, and I just briefly forgot what these were all about. But these are basically items that you can use to kind of dress up your Funko Pops, basically, with the different element effects going on there. These are available for pre-order right now. It will be interesting to see what collectors decide to do with these. I'm not sure right now if I'm going to get any of these myself. I may have to look around at some of my figures that are out of box before I decide, you know, exactly if I'm going to go for any of these. Let me know if you're thinking about what you would do with any of these elements. There is an older Peter Parker figure that should be on the way. We'll see if that actually pans out to be true. Of course, you see a proto of the figure here, but protos don't always mean that we'll see the final product. So we'll see what happens there. Now, I did share a list previously of some rumored Batman Beyond figures that are on the way, and now we do have confirmation here of Bruce Wayne and Ace being on the way. Don't know exactly when that figure is going to become available. It does appear to be limited to 9,500 pieces, so we'll see what happens with that. Now, the Whole Cake Island Sanji is coming soon as a retailer exclusive. Right now, I don't know which retailer is going to be with. That will also be limited to 9,500 pieces. And then as of Wednesday, November 12th, there will be some new NFL Pops that you will be able to pre-order. Also, focusing on this upcoming Wednesday, we have some new Supernatural figures on the way, including Dean Winchester with a chase there. And we also have these throwback Disney figures. I'm kind of interested to see if those throwback Disney figures actually move or not. These are the type of figures where I kind of wonder if Funko is being careful about the choices that they are making, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these will prove to be popular, especially the Hannah Montana one. You know, let me know what you think about these figures. Do you think that these will actually do well? But again, these will be available for pre-order as of Wednesday, November 12th. And also available for pre-order on Wednesday will be these new Hercules figures here. I do like the look of some of these. We have Calliope the Muse there looking very nice there. We got this updated Hercules. Actually, we have the young Herc figure there as well. It's a pretty good mix. So if you don't have like the previous Hercules Pops and you're interested in getting these, I can definitely understand that. But for somebody that has the previous figures, I just don't know if they're going to be interested in these enough. Y'all let me know how you feel about these. Now, Has Been Hotel, I did watch the first episode out of curiosity to see what it was all about. I just don't think it's for me. It felt like it was trying very hard to be edgy and yet not nearly as edgy as some other animated series that I've seen before. I didn't really find it to be funny. That's just me though. I'm not putting down anybody that is into the series, but I just don't think it's for me personally. I do like the look of some of the character designs here though, and do notice that there are actually 3 chases in the mix with Has Been Hotel. So do keep that in mind if you decide to do pre-orders. Now we have some potential Predator figures on the way, and I do want to go ahead and say I did check out Predator Badlands in theater. I enjoyed it overall. I think some of the choices were a little bit questionable, but overall I was entertained by it. It was a good action fix. It was worth checking out in theater for me. But you see here some potential Predator figures that we might actually see revealed this week. You know, we'll see what happens with this though, but we could see a Wolf Predator with Chase, a Bull Predator, and also a Pred Alien. I'm still not super crazy about the Pred Alien design, but who knows, maybe it'll look good as an actual pop figure. We'll see what happens with that. And then next week's possible reveals could include some sketched Marvel figures, which that makes a lot of sense, you know, if this does happen. But we could see a sketched Iron Man, a sketched Wolverine, and also a sketched Spider-Man. Then we could see a separate Spider-Man and MJ 2-pack. It would not surprise me if this has Valentine's theming, but we'll see what happens with that. We could see some Star Wars Impressions figures featuring Darth Maul, Boba Fett, and a Stormtrooper. With the Thing, we could get another RJ McCready, and I really hope that this is him with his sombrero on. We could get the dog as well. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do with the dog from that movie. We could get some more Last of Us pops featuring Joel, Ellie, Tommy, and a clicker. I don't know if these are going to be based on the game or the TV show. We'll see what happens with that. We could get an Oasis 2-pack. We could get some more pets, including a Corgi, a Golden Retriever, a Persian cat, and a Sphinx cat. I think the pets figures are kind of popular. It's tough to tell, but it seems like people are into those. And then we could get some more pops based off of Kaiju number 8, actually a full wave of figures. So if these do pan out, you'll probably see me covering these in the next Funko News. But that's going to wrap it up for right now. I think there's a lot to think about with this edition of Funko News, especially with how I started off there. So I do look forward to checking out your comments. But like I said, you know, please let's think positive about Funko's situation, because again, it is people's jobs, people's livelihood at stake. I don't think that's anything to celebrate if Funko were to go under. And like I said, I really enjoy collecting. I've said this many times in the past, I enjoy collecting. So even if Funko was unfortunately to go under, I would still continue to collect on the second market, and I would continue to collect other products from other companies as well, because it's just something that I personally enjoy. But thank you all so much for taking the time to check this out. If you haven't done so already, please drop a like to show support. Hype up the video as well to help out with this reach. I look forward to reading your comments. Let me not forget, please share the video to help out other collectors as well. But yeah, I look forward to reading your comments, and I will talk to you all again real soon.